New details coming out over the weekend in the ongoing hostage talks between the U.S., Israel, and Hamas, which could potentially lead to a pause in fighting.
Yeah, the Israel Defense Forces also releasing new video they say shows hostages being taken into Al-Shifa hospital, the site where they say they are continuing to search for evidence of Hamas operations. Hamas denies using hospitals for its operations. Joining us now with the latest is ABC News Chief National Correspondent Matt Gutman. Matt, we know that this new video, which is from October 7th, the same day as the Hamas attack on Israel, explain to us the significance and what do we know about the hostages in that video?
Stephanie, this is video that was timestamped just hours after that rampage by Hamas began in Israel. It's surveillance video taken from the hospital itself. It shows a number of things. The first thing we see is this hostage being strong-armed into the hospital by gunmen. There's communication devices that they have as well. Another video shows another hostage being wheeled in, gunmen around him as well. That hostage seems to be severely wounded. There's also video of a looted Israeli Humvee being brought right into the hospital compound itself, another Jeep that was taken from Israel as well. So it shows that there must have been some knowledge that Hamas was operating inside the hospital itself. By the way, those hostages, Nepali and Thai in nationalities, that according to Israel. What Israel hasn't shown us so far is this command post, the command center that they've been talking about that is underneath the hospital. But this certainly shows that Hamas was using the hospital as some sort of base, certainly bringing hostages there. At least that's what it appears.
And Matt, a top White House official was on ABC this week saying the hostage talks have progressed to a sensitive stage. What is that, and what do we know about those details?
We know that it is progressing, and they've been talking about this for days now. And the reason they use that term sensitive, DeMarco, is because I'm told by a negotiator who did the last hostage deal that even after the ink is dried, this whole thing could fall apart. There is so little trust on either side. Now, the broad parameters of the deal are this. About 50 hostages, maybe a little bit more, all women and children, would be brought back to Israel. In exchange, Hamas would get a 5-day ceasefire, and about 150 Palestinian women and minors currently being held in Israeli jails would be released. That 5-day ceasefire would also allow for a massive amount of aid to be brought into Gaza to help with the humanitarian disaster that we're seeing unfolding there. Stephanie.
And Matt, a massive rally was held there this weekend. Israeli demonstrators demanding more from the Israeli government when it comes to these hostages. You're there. What were some of the people there saying during this demonstration about the hostage crisis?
At this point, they are very concerned about their loved ones, Stephanie. They're telling us that each day that passes, they're losing more of them, and more of them could die. So they are bringing maximal pressure on the Israeli government at this point. They're saying they're taking the gloves off, and they are demanding, at least a faction of them is, the ouster of the current Israeli government. They want all of the hostages, not just the women and children, brought home now. They want Israel to release all of the 10,000 or so Palestinians in its jails and prisons in exchange for those hostages. In fact, they're meeting with the Prime Minister and the War Cabinet tonight to discuss this hostage deal. Unclear at what stage it's in, but they are hoping for at least some good news that Israel has been able to broker this deal with Hamas to bring at least some of those women and children home.
You know, it's a tough assignment, but fascinating reporting. Again, ABC's Matt Gutman. Matt, good to see you.
Still such a dire situation there.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.